Okay, this is Angela with Creatively Done, and I'm trying to show just exactly how much work it takes to set up your camera. You'll see my camera move, and your work surfaces, and your color, and get it all in frame. So right now I'm almost there, but not quite. I've got my sticks with my tacky stuff on it. And since the camera is looking backwards, everything would be reverse. I've got my cabochons, which are hearts, and I've got a used piece of freezer paper that I'm going to pour some color on. And this I'm trying to set up as my back so I know how far back I'm going. I'm going to use red, white, actually this one, and green. And what I'm trying to do is a special project for a dear friend for Italia Day. And what I'm going to try to do is just a standard Italian flag, but just a little bit different, slightly swiped or whatever. And all I'm going to try right now, these are still sort of in frame. These are the round cabochons, and I have the heart cabochons. And the best thing to do, and I'll pause this and set them all up, is you take them, the tack, the stuff that is tacky, and attach the cabochon, put the flat side down, put it on a skewer, and then set it in the center. I did this a long time ago, and it seems like everybody wants to know how you do the dip. This is my version of doing it. So I set it on the skewer that has the little piece of tacky stuff on it. I think it's called Loctite. And then I set all of these up, as many as I'm going to be doing, in a smaller piece of foam, so they're all ready to go. So what I'm going to do is, since you saw the one being set up, let me pause this if I can, and then I will be back when I've had more set up. Okay, that took quite a while, and since I'm not that good at fast forwarding, you can see that I just went ahead and I set 2, 4, 6, 8 hearts on the Loctite sticky stuff, and 2, 4, 6, 8 of the round on round 25 millimeter cabochons. Next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to set this out of the way, take this back, and now what I'm going to do is make a few areas on here, doing some paint pouring and coloring, if you will, painting it onto this paper so I could take these and then dip them in, let them sit and dry. I have 2 more that I really need. I'll just do 8 of each for right now. I usually end up wanting to have more of these all set once the paint is down. And you can see this was some old paint, since I'll be doing some red, white, and blue ones and some green, white, and red ones for the Italia thing. I'm going to try to get those done first. So again, I'm going to pause for just a second here and get set up, and I'll be right back. If I can remember how to pause. Okay, as you can see, I've dipped 2 of the hearts. I'll take a third one here. I've put down rows of green, white, and red. And what's happening here, since I'm really not the paints seem to be bleeding over into one another. Not sure why. But since these are test ones, the first I've ever done like this, I'm just taking it and I'm setting it into the color and then picking it up. And as you can see, it looks different on the back, but it will look different on the front. And hopefully it'll look okay. This one doesn't look so great, but if I don't like it, all I need to do is set it to the side and then rinse it off and go on to the next one. That's what I may do. So, I'm going to get a popsicle stick here. Popsicle stick. I'm going to pull the color down. Up, see, it's getting messy. And I don't want it to be messy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to smear this over, swipe it down, and now these are going to be kind of an abstract one where it'll be green, white, and red, and see how this turns out. No, I don't like that either. Okay, well, these will get washed off. And what I can do is just take and put, actually those two don't look too bad. I'm not sure why the green is not holding up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and I'm going to do another strip and not do quite so much. So I'll just put some green down. And these are focal art paints that are a little bit older. And like I said, I'm trying to use what I have, unless I get really successful all of a sudden. I just want to use the paints that I do have. And I'm trying to use the same types of paints. And there's the red. And now let's see how this one comes out. Take one that's been on here, should be level, and I'm going to set it right down gently and pull it up. Oh, that one came out great. You can see that one on there. If it dries like that, I'll be real happy. The back really won't make that much difference. You can take one more and see if I can. That one's not going to have very much white, but it might be okay. And like I said, all I need to do is take these two, although that one's not too bad. I can see if I can dip it again and see if it's going to do anything different. No, it's not. See, the paint just ends up pooling on the back. So I'm going to pause the video again, and I'm going to rinse these two off, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to finish this one up and show you that I did more red, white, and blue. And what I did was I took my colors and I just swirled them around. And then I took, again, a heart-shaped pendant, squished it on there, okay? And then I placed it quickly. And it got all gooey. I didn't get very much blue on this, but I did get red and white. That's unfortunate. I'll try to dip some blue and put it in the center and see if I can paint it on the back and see if it'll come through on the front. See, what's happening here is this is the hard way of not getting something done the way you want it to be done. So, that's all I'm going to do on those. The red, white, and green ones for the Italia will probably turn out okay. The colors are clear. Even if these turn out purple, it'll be okay. This is Angela with Creatively Done. Even if you don't do it the way you expected it to, go out there and get something creatively done.